and welcome to today's Vlogoween episode. Today we are doing another story time, and I've decided to do 5 haunted places in Vermont that I've never been to. So grab some tea or coffee and let's get into the video. Number 1, the Brattleboro Retreat Tower in Brattleboro, Vermont. It was founded in 1834, and it's still used to this day as like a mental health treatment center and like a drug treatment center, but back in the day it was known as the Vermont Asylum for the Insane. Now, it was thought that manual labor would help with their mental illness, so they decided to build the Brattleboro Retreat Tower. Shortly after being built, the tower was closed off because a large number of patients were jumping to their deaths. Today it's said to be one of the most haunted buildings in Vermont, and there are many reports of people seeing things jumping from the top of the tower only to vanish before they hit the ground. Number 2, Lake Bomazene in West Castleton. In the 1930s, West Castleton was known to have mills and quarries and immigrants from Italy, Ireland, and Europe, all coming to settle down and make a living. It is now a haunted ghost town, according to the websites, because I had no idea that West Castleton was a haunted ghost town. One of the most common reports is a rowboat making its way to a tavern on the other side of the lake, but the oars don't move the water and the water just stays still. And this is said to have come from a report of 3 men who took off in a rowboat headed for that tavern, but they never made it home, and their rowboat was found floating in the middle of the lake the next day with no sign of the men anywhere. Number 3, the Weldon Theater in St. Albans. Now, apparently this theater has had many strange encounters. It used to be a jail, but is now a movie theater. Multiple times, movies have started on their own, and there have been voices in old projection booths. If you go down into the basement, there are still remains of the old jail cells, and there are reports that when you go down there you have a feeling of being watched. There's also an old man dressed in a white sweater who has been seen down in that basement. It is said that he was a homeless man who ended up living in that basement, and it's his spirit that still lingers on. Other accounts of weird and strange things happening is basement doors flying open, as well as alarmed doors sounding without the door being open. And apparently the theater just has an overall strange and creepy feel to it. Number 4, the Bennington Triangle in Bennington, Vermont. The Bennington Triangle was named by Vermont author Joe Citro, and it's used to describe the amount of missing people who vanished in the Bennington Triangle from the 1920s to the 1950s. Now, it's said that a number of strange and paranormal and supernatural experiences happen within the Bennington Triangle. One of the surrounding mountains in the Bennington Triangle is Glastonbury Mountain, and the Native Americans consider it to be cursed and avoided it at all costs. And one article I read that they would only dispose of dead bodies on that mountain and nothing else. They wouldn't go near it. Also, in Native American folklore, it is said that there is an enchanted stone on Glastonbury Mountain that swallows anyone who steps foot on it. Over the years, there have been 30 to 40 mysterious disappearances in the Bennington Triangle and on Glastonbury Mountain, one of them being 53-year-old Frida Langer, whose body was the only remains to have been found in the area. According to a news article, her body turned up in tall grasses that had been searched multiple times within the 7-month stretch of when she went missing to when her body was eventually found. Due to the wide range of age and gender of the people who have gone missing in this area, it's highly unlikely that it's due to a serial killer, which has led to speculation of UFO abduction and attacks by the Bennington monster, which is basically the same as Bigfoot. It's said that the trails on Glastonbury Mountain stop about halfway up and don't continue on, which lead many to believe that people just avoid that area at all costs. It's also been said that when you hike, you don't hear anything. No living creatures, nothing, which lead people to believe that even animals know there's something wrong with the area. Number 5, Green Mountain Cemetery in Montpelier, Vermont. This is about a statue known as Black Agnes. It's a copper statue of a man who is sitting with his eyes closed, wrapped in a shawl. Back in the 1800s, a wealthy businessman made this statue to watch over his grave, and he named it Phantos, which is Greek for death. Legend has it that if you sit on this statue's lap, you will suffer a terrible misfortune within 7 days, including death. There have been other reports of screams, glowing red eyes, and mysterious noises all surrounding the statue. One story that follows the Black Agnes is one night on a full moon, 3 teenagers went and sat on the statue's lap. They made it home safe and thought they were clear of any harm that would come to them. Within 7 days, one of them was in a serious car accident, another fell and broke his leg, and the final drowned when his canoe capsized in the Winooski River. Coincidence? Or was it the misfortune of the statue? So those are 5 haunted places in Vermont that I have never been to. I might check out, I might not check out. They seemed creepy. So thank you for joining me on this episode of Vlogoween. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more adventures, and I will see you in tomorrow's episode. Good night. Okay, I'm gonna have to like cut so much of this out. Over to this tavern. Okay. Get it together, Caitlin. You're almost done. Due to the wide age, this is a disaster. It's the most disastrous video I've ever made.